Good morning, everybody, from Formula E in Tokyo. Very excited to be able to share this all with you guys today. Once you are in, drop me a comment and say hello. How is the audio? Can you guys hear me and everything right now? We are at the team garages and we're gonna go check out the race today. Very excited about this one. The first thing that we're gonna do actually is head right into the Nissan garage itself and take a look at what it looks like. So here we go. Now the cars just departed. So first things first, let me show you the front of the cars here. This is the front wing of the car. It's got the Nissan livery. It's got the Sakura, the Tokyo in there. And we love Tokyo. Today we're 22 and 23. And we're gonna head in and see if we can't poke our heads in and see what things look like on the practice run here. Good morning.
Hello. Welcome.
All right, here we are, guys. Oh, one of the cars just came in. So this is the space here. We've got the garage, the Nissan garage. They have a 7-ton limit for the entire garage, and that includes the cars. One of the cars coming in right now. Definitely got some. Oh, definitely got some volume to it. We're gonna head down towards the grandstand area and go check it out. So one of the interesting things about Formula E is that it's not just a race between cars, but it's a race against their own batteries as well. You see, the goal is to finish the race with as close to 0% on the battery side as possible. And just a huge thanks to Tim for getting that super chat ball rolling. We have all the garages here, and we're gonna come right over here and head towards the grandstand. And Tim is in there saying for morning coffee. Thank you, Tim. Thank you very much. So I have a very fancy pass today, which gets me into everything. And there we go. That's the best I can show of it. And here we go, we'll head up these stairs. So how is everybody doing today? Hope that those wrenches weren't too loud for you guys, but we should be able to get a half decent peek at the tracks from up here and then head towards the grandstand. As you'll notice, the cars are on the tracks right now and it's not insanely loud, seeing as that they are all EVs. And the data that they get from these races is actually used to help develop the EVs themselves. So here's a peek at the track area itself. Got cars coming in for pits. And unfortunately, no, I won't be driving. But Eva-chan in there, keeping that super chat ball rolling, saying for a morning snack and to see if you can kick a few tires. I think they're all coming into the pits. All right, let's head towards the grandstands and see what we can see. Actually, let's take a peek at the other side here as well. That's the other side. And then the grandstand tickets that I have will line us right up with the very first turn at the end of the straightaway. Here is the grandstands themselves right here. And yeah, the impact drivers are louder than the cars themselves. In fact, most of the announcements are louder than the cars. Now, do me a huge favor and keep an eye on the audio for this one, as I fully expect us to run into some issues when it comes to copyrighted music and all that. I wanted to say, please be patient as I'm using a pin mic, and I almost never use a pin mic. We're gonna head down this way. I think our grandstand is down here, but I've never been out to one of these before. And the excitement is very, very real. So what they do is they go out, they do a bit of a test run. Yesterday, the track was wet because it was raining. And so their initial test run was kind of rough. And okay, so we're gonna head right up here. I think this is like number 6. We're gonna head to number 11. We've got food vendors and whatnot over here. There's an indoor and outdoor fan village. Oh, this is just such a new experience. Will you be there on the race as well? Unfortunately, no, I will not be racing. These are very high performance cars. And so Norm will not be racing today, but I'll be sharing as much of all this as I can. So. Go to F1 next week. Honestly, if my schedule is open, I would love to check it out. But alas, my schedule is very, very booked up. You can see the screens there and what's going on. The turns are very tight and very challenging. So. You can hear the cars. Can you even hear that? Can you hear the shoo, pew? It's honestly like, they're like TIE fighters. I described it that way in my my community post on Tokyo Lens, but would you go racing if given the chance? I would definitely crash the car. Right now we are in the Odaiba area, and we're gonna head up into the grandstands in just a second. But listen to that, like shoo shoo. So here we go. Head right up into the grandstand. Oh. All right, so I do have my seats, but for now, good morning, guys. Whoa. For now, we're gonna head right down here. For those of you dropping in super chat, thanks so much. Chelsea, excited. I can hear it sounds like Star Wars. Much love from Arizona. Oh wow. And then the first turn is right here. This is the big challenge because still, as you can probably see, it's a little wet still. So as they come into here, you can hear them braking. Ooh, oh, ouch. Oh, the excitement. It is so interesting. Nissan. Nice turn. Oh, this is so much fun. Let's head a little higher up in the grandstands and see what we can get a peek of. So this kind of gives you an overall layout of the entire place here. You've got Odaiba and all of that in the background. The other grandstands. You've got the turn there. Maybe we can punch in a bit in a second. It's kind of crazy because the grandstands will run around a good portion of the track, and again, the track is just here on like the streets of Odaiba. Just hearing the braking and the squealing of the tires. What? Are they giving out Nismo flags? Can I? いいんですか? ありがとうございます。どうも。Oh, what? Oh, they gave me 2. I'm gonna try and pocket one of these. Give me a second. There we go. Oh, guys, I got a race flag. I feel excited like a little child right now. All right, let's see if we can't punch in just a little bit more. Absolutely, we gotta wave the flag. All this, I feel like a little kid. And there is a certain amount of like weirdness to hearing the cars without the engine noises attached to them. Like,
さあそんな今状況ですから、まあ完全なドライコンディションだったらある程度の制動力とできる部分があるかもわかりませんが、
yeah, and that sound of them braking just before they go around the corner is slightly terrifying. But you got the airplanes out there in the distance, and right now, okay, there's a really good question in here. So why are there so few people? And one of the main reasons right now is this is just the practice run. This is not even the qualifying run of the race. So later on, when we get into the actual race itself, I'm going to try and share that, and I'm trying to put together a big video of the entire day for you guys to go up on Tokyo Lens Explore as well. Oh, that turn is so tough. So if you're interested, definitely check it out online and take a look at what the overall like track layout and whatnot is. Also, GB Crush, thank you so much for keeping that super chat ball rolling. For that wondrous noise, you get my super chat. Thank you so much for the premium EV content. They're going so fast before they break. Yeah, they are. So we got two coming out of the pit right now. We got another one coming down here. Oh, that is a very difficult turn. And there's a lot less runoff on the Formula E track, which means all of their movements need to be much, much more calculated. And interestingly, of course, being an EV, they also have regenerative braking as well. So as they break into these turns and whatnot, they're actually regenerating their battery. There we go. So I kind of want to go around, explore, see if we can't get up this way and see any other part of the race, and then maybe head in to take a look at what the fan village itself looks like. But you cannot tell me that does not sound like TIE fighters. And yeah, the pit exit there is right at the turn, so they need to enter very carefully. And I would imagine that the visibility isn't spectacular, so it's going to be such a challenge. Luckily, the road is much drier than it was yesterday. Yesterday was a huge challenge because they have this long straightaway here, and at the end of the long straightaway, their first turn, and it is a very tight one. I really encourage you to take a look at the map online. All right, so we'll head down this way. Let's go explore the area and see what it actually feels like to be here for the day. Got some good peeps down there. We're gonna go this way. I'm so excited about my little Nissan flag. This is 100% gonna be studio display. Okay, let's head down this way and see what we can find. It is time to explore Formula E and see what it's all about. Oh, I'm probably happier than I should be about a flag, but still exciting to have a flag. So I see photographers and whatnot standing over here, and I want to see if I can get up maybe a little closer. We'll see if my pass gains us any access or not. So, be a lot cooler if it was TIE fighters. I would love to see a TIE fighter race. I'm not gonna lie. I would absolutely. Now, one of the reasons they're handing out the Nissan Nismo flags is because Nissan is the only Japanese car producer to have a car in this race. So that is its own kind of wild and exciting. Nissan is representing Japan on this race. And I think we can get in here and take a look right from this turn area. Nice. All right. Let's see if I can get us up a little higher. There we go. Now you guys let me know if you want me to punch in a little bit more on this, or if you prefer the wide view. Let's test punching in. See if we can't get a car coming around here. It's actually really hard to aim a gimbal at this distance. It's a challenge. Here we go, we got another one coming around. Technically, since I have the green vest, there should be areas like that I have access to. Maybe we will wander around a bit and see if I can't get a bit of access to something slightly closer. And Elaine in here, keeping that super chat ball rolling, saying, anywhere near for chicken, bok bok. Oh. We've got the Nismo flag. I feel so fortunate to be able to be brought out to stuff like this. So as I said, I'm putting together a main video for you guys. And after a decade and a half in Japan, it gets more, I don't think there's gonna be access down here. Maybe I'll come up this way. After a decade and a half in Japan, it gets more and more challenging to have brand new experiences. And so being able to come out and have an experience like I've never had before is very, very exciting. And I would not be able to share something like this if there were loud engine noises. I don't think any pin mic in the world would really do the would really cover that sound. So, all right. Let's take a quick wander around and see what things are like in the fan village and all of that. See if there's any other areas that my pass gets us magical access to. So do me a favor, if you haven't already, give that like button some love. If you are watching, ooh, I see over there, people kind of peeking in. Let's head this way. If you're watching this afterwards rather than watching it live, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And if you're watching live, let me know where you're watching from. See, even if you want to come out to stuff like this, it can be a bit of a challenge sometimes. So it's times like this, I feel incredibly fortunate that I get to bring you guys out to this and just walk around with you and show you what it's like. Do you get to ride along in the safety car? Now that would be a ton of fun. With the amount of media and creators and whatnot here, I unfortunately have not gotten to request such things. I don't want to play the I'm the special YouTuber card. So I'm like, whatever access you guys are willing to give me, I will take it. Thank you very much. But it looks like we've got somewhat of a view of the track here. And again, these are just normal Odaiba streets. All right. Let me lift this up a bit and see what we can see. Ah, they're holding pretty close to the wall on this turn. Interesting. You actually see them coming around the turn here. It's still just absolutely mind-blowing to me that I can talk during this live stream and that you guys can hear my voice over these cars. Sorry, I lost the... I also see my good buddy Tokyo Drew in here. If you guys don't know Tokyo Drew, he's going through a bit of a struggle with cancer right now. I love you, man. You're doing amazing. Stay strong. Guys, Tokyo Drew does have a support page up for anybody who wants and is able to help out with that. If you've been following my channel long enough, you will know that in the early days, Drew and I made it onto the channel quite a few times together, and so nothing but love and support to you, my man. I have every bit of confidence that you are going to continue to pull through as strong as you have been. I am proud of you, my man. I am proud of you. Keep at it. And again, anybody here, if the mods would do me a favor, and I don't often do something like this, but if the mods would do me a favor and toss in a link to Drew's channel there for anybody who wants to follow along with his journey on this. He's been documenting it and sharing it in as much detail as he can. So we're gonna come around here, we're gonna try and check out the fan village with our Nissan flag, because we have a Nissan flag. I don't want to do this too much because I feel like it's like flagging the red flag, you're out. So we're gonna come around here, and the fan village is inside. We have all the food vendors here. I might do a quick scan of the food vendors to see what kind of food we have available today before we go inside to check things out. As I also, it's a giant gamble, right? I also have my doubts about how well the signal's gonna hold up. All my tests yesterday handled pretty well, but when you get more people in the area, the challenge increases exponentially. I've been doing additional live streams over the past little while here and on the Tokyo Line Shorts channel, just random vertical live streams, because my Japanese friend Sherry is moving to Tokyo and we are going to be starting apartment hunting for her within the next week or so, and we're going to try to video and stream as much of that as possible. So let's come over here. Everyone's got their Nissan flags. You can see the oh, there's a fan store here as well, so you can buy like Formula E goods and whatnot. And it's early enough that we're not even into the qualifying yet. So, seeing that I'm the boss of this shop. If you caught our most recent streams, you'll know what that's all about. Got Loco Moco. They have churros, because an event like this wouldn't be an event like this without churros. We've got burgers, lemon sours, and Corona. We have gyutan. Wow. Wow, the Nissan team is really going all out with the flags. Like, look at this. This is wild. Look at that. Look at the love and the excitement for Nissan. And they have the driver's flags on there as well. Also, guys, very, very excited. There we go. Let's get through these and I'll tell you the other thing I'm excited about right now. We got French fries and Cuban sandwiches and meat on a stick. Meat on a stick is always a good thing. A lot of meat technically should come on stick form, and there is Alexander the unicorn over there, so that's a thing. And then every type of potato that you could want in potato form, as well as the okonomiyaki paradise over here. All right, let's head over this way. There's so much red from the Nissan team. Guys, as I do this live stream, we are only about 1.5K away from hitting 1 million subscribers on the main channel. I feel like I should probably do some kind of video about that. It's not something that I ever expected would happen. I thought, oh, maybe someday we'd hit 100,000. And now, as we approach 1 million, I'm just kind of flabbergasted. I sit here feeling like I can't believe this is real. It's very, very exciting, but I was originally gonna hold like a giant party or something, but a small part of me felt like a party just to celebrate me hitting a milestone felt oddly narcissistic, so I've given up on that. And I guess this will be the first time that I'm telling you guys, instead of a giant party, we are going to do a massive road trip across Japan with live streams and videos every single day. Do you remember the previous year? I think, woo, listen to those tires. Remember the previous year where we went and traveled across Japan and did live streams every single day? I think it was like 2 years ago. We are going to do that again, but in bigger format, more locations, more videos, more excitement. We are going to travel and enjoy the entire country, maybe not the entire country, a fair portion, a small portion, a great portion of the country, and I just can't wait to share it with you guys. So people have been asking me, hey, what are you gonna do for 1 million? And honestly, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna celebrate by doing what I love doing anyway, which is creating content and sharing it with you guys. And we have more cars coming in over here, so let me show you guys the view from this turn. Let's punch in a little. Which do you guys prefer? These like punched in views that like get the cars right in frame, or the wider view that like gives I like both, and it's really difficult for me to decide. And Norm, do you own the camper van? And no, actually, I borrow it every single time. It's still the one I would definitely recommend the most. And you missed the start, where's the track? So for anybody just joining in now, we are out in Odaiba for the Formula E race, and the track is actually on the streets of Odaiba. Toilet frame, yes. You have 100% framed the toilet. It is so much warmer today than it was yesterday. I am almost certainly overdressed for this. There we go. Does that give us a bit more of a view? And for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, welcome. Excited to have you here. We're gonna go check out the fan village in a second and see what the entire event has to offer. So we're gonna go wide, and we are going to head in this way and see what the event's got. Now, if the signal drops or gets kind of crazy on us, let me know, and I'll try to adjust as quickly as I can. So we're gonna head in through this way. Now, one of the challenges is there's a checkpoint where they're like, oh, we need to scan you and scan your bag and whatnot. So they asked me to take off my bag, but my microphone is attached to the bag. So that comes with its own challenge. But this is the inside here. The media center is actually in there. So when I'm prepping and getting all my stuff together, that is where I do it. And we will go this way. The fan village is apparently pretty interesting. Yesterday I sat down in there and they have these little like race car things that you can sit in and do like simulated races in. So I want to go show you guys that area. We'll head this way. Okay, so it says exit there, and then the fan village is going to be down on the right. How is the signal and audio holding up so far? Did I? I think I came in through the wrong. I think this is the entrance, exit. Okay, exit will go over this way. And to those saying that you just got your first newsletter, thank you so much. I hope that you're enjoying it. It has been a fun little adventure. Give me a second. I need to scan my pass here. Hi, onegaishimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. There we go. So right now we are right inside the big site hall, and they have a giant lawnmower that cleans the ground. It's a clean mower. That's what they do. These are real things that happen. It is currently 8:37 in the morning. I can just use this to point at stuff now. And be like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. And for those of you who have never had the chance to be here in Odaiba or Big Site, or may never have the chance to go, let's kind of enjoy this. I'm going to be streaming again later on today for anybody who wants to catch a little bit more about, for example, what the qualifying or the race is. And I'll be splitting up some of the streams between Tokyo Lens Explorer as well as the Instagram. But I am going to jump back to that comment about the newsletter for a second. Every single time that I put together a video and I release it, I'm like, oh, I should have added this. Ooh, I wanted to go here. I forgot to mention this. Oh, there's this really cool thing. And I've got great people, for example, the Color 12 here in the chat right now, who do these amazing like maps of my walks and whatnot, whether it be on the live streams or on the videos. And I thought, you know what, it would be great to share some of these behind the scenes, share some of these like secret maps, and that way I don't often post locations to stuff. And so by having the newsletter, which will be, it is linked in the pinned comment and description box of my most recent Shinjuku walk, you can get maps of all these things. You can get updates and little behind the scenes stuff. This entire year, I'm gonna be traveling around, and I will be able to do little meetups and events in different spaces. There's a very good chance, it's looking right now, like in the summer in July, I will be in London doing a shamisen event and meetup where you can come and listen to live shamisen by Kiki, the shamisen players I work with, and hang out for the evening. And once I have the details of all that nailed down, the first line of like output is going to be in that newsletter. So the fan village is right here. We're gonna head in this way. Hopefully signal is holding up fairly well. So let's see how it goes as we go in here. So right now we're still in the practice phase before qualifying. The race itself has not kicked off yet, but we are gonna head around here into the fan village. He's here to help. There we go. All right, it's gonna be really interesting to finally see what things look like inside the fan village once we get in. Again, keep me appraised on signal and how things are doing. I fully expect some dips and dots. All right, so Grandstand's over there, fan village over here, and we may need to take off the bag for a second. Hi. Yes. Thank you. すいません。ちょっと下ろすことが難しくてマイクとかついてるんで、こうチェックしてもらってもいいですか？はい。すいません。はい。はい。はい。あ、すいません。そっちのジッパーがちょっと壊れてるんで。はい。ありがとうございます。There we go, guys. We've been checked. We are heading into the fan village to have all of our live stream demonetized by copyrighted audio. The scale of this is just insane. It is absolutely massive. Also, one of the zippers on my bag is broken. So, and as you know, it's very important for us, since we're in Japan, to have Pikachu here at the event. So I haven't had a chance to show you guys the map yet, so let me take you over and show you guys what the map for this is like. All right. There we go. So this is the map here, and what we were just looking at. I don't want to get in this guy's shot, we'll just give him a second. So we were right here at Grandstand 11. They've got this long straightaway, and then a zoom, zoom, zoom. Some very, very difficult turns inside of there. And later on when the main race happens, I'm gonna take you guys out to see more of that. So we will be doing more than one live stream today for sure. And there's this entire area in here. Oh, we are definitely losing. Yeah, that is 100% copyrighted audio. That is okay though. All right, so if you guys can hear me okay, amongst all of this loud audio, this here is the Gen 3 car. A really interesting thing that I've learned about these cars is that the cars themselves all have the same battery, generally same tires, same build, everything else. It is the drivetrain and the software. The drivetrain and the software is proprietary to each team, and so let's do a little bit of a 360 around this car while trying not to get into too many people's photos. And this is what the cars look like up close. Another fairly big difference is the Formula E cars actually have treaded tires as well. And rather than changing tires rather than going through multiple different sets of tires during the race, they'll often just like flip out once or twice when the tires have gotten too hot. So yesterday I had a chance to speak with somebody who shared so much of the detail about how all of this works, and it was amazing. Definitely a beautiful machine, and it's amazing to be able to get up this close. And then because all of the cars are built off of the same body, it's very interesting that the camera positions are built right into them. For example, there'd be a camera built up here. There's cameras that are built right into here. There's cameras built right into the front wing assembly. So it's all preset for every single car because the bodies for them are standard. Let's go. We have Fallen Pikachu. Wow. And then this is the gaming area. Everyone is lined up to do some gaming here. And they're doing other amazing events out here as well. Like for example, I came across another creator yesterday who is doing racing here in Japan as a female named Hannah Burton. If you don't know Hannah Burton and you're into racing and you're into Japan, I highly recommend checking out her channel. She's sharing her journey as a female racer, getting into that whole world of things. And she came out yesterday to do like a talk for young girls, and just the level and amount of stuff that they're doing is just incredible. There's another fan store over here. There's more copyrighted music. We've got more food stands over there. It's actually still really empty. I fully expected us to completely lose signal when we got in here, but it seems like it's holding up okay. One of the little touches that I like is the cherry blossom stuff they have going on the tables here. Oh my goodness, they're real. Guys, they're, what? I thought that they would be plastic, but they're not. Wow. Okay, that kind of, but look at the scale of this place. Like, just to give you an idea of how big this space is, let's do just a small rotation here. And over here, they've got a whole set of go-kart tracks as well. I don't think I'd be able to go-kart while holding a gimbal. And are they going it? It looks like they're lining up for a go-kart race. So guys, we might be able to do Pokemon Electric Circuit. What? Oh, come on. This is literally called the Pokemon Electric Circuit. I wanna like wave my flag, but I'm afraid that like the little kids will think that like I'm waving them down. Whoa, slow down, buddy. Oh, it still looks like so much fun though. Oh, it's so nice that they do stuff like this. Not the fastest cars you'll see. Definitely safe. I'll head this way. I see access to the outdoors there, so we'll go check out the outdoors. Reaction zone. What is the reaction zone? Also, again, I know next to nothing of motorsports at the level that I should, but they did like walkthrough yesterday of the like how the handle, the steering wheel, the yoke, whatever you want to call it, works. These things are absolutely wild. I'm gonna come down this way and see if we can't take a peek outside. Oh, guys, I am so glad that I could bring you along for this. Usually, when I'm doing something completely new, you guys will get like the post-edited experience of what I've done. But this time, we just get to share it all right here together, live, in the moment. And that's kind of incredible to me. So I wonder if this actually connects to where we were before, and if there's gonna be like an additional security check every time that we come in and out. So is this a way for me to get through without me having the security check in the bag? I wonder even if my pass will allow me through here, or if they'll just tell me I have to go in through the media way. I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? We'll give it a shot. Look at that. I found a way to circumvent my security check and them having to open up my bag and whatnot. That is fun. You should do more live streams. I fully agree with you. I would love to do more live streams. Unfortunately, time is a thing. And on top of running Tokyo Lens, I'm running what is currently the world's largest shamisen school. And we've got like well over 1,000 memberships across like several different platforms, not to mention the incredible number of like in-person students. All of that is on our platform, Learn Shamisen. And so that takes up quite a bit of time, but then I've got Tokyo Lens going, and now I get to work on the newsletter, and I've got all these overseas shows coming up. If I could be, I'd be streaming like 2 to 3 times a week. And so while Sherry's here searching for her apartment, I'm gonna be sharing more and more live streams with you guys. And again, you can hear the cars there off to the side. I might head back up to the grandstand area a little bit so we can get a little bit more of a peek. And Chris Yamagata in here keeping that super chat ball rolling with yet another amazingly kind super chat saying, thanks for another cool adventure. Chris, absolutely love you. Thank you for always being here for it. So many of you tune in for every single one of these streams, whether you're tuning in live or watching after. So, and yeah, if you're just tuning in now, yes, I did mention the newsletter. If you want to know a little bit more about it, go watch my full Shinjuku Night Walk video on the main channel. I cover it and it is linked there, but we're going to be going over things like secret maps and meetups, whether it's in Japan, overseas, and everything of the like. So and as I do all of that, yeah, as I do all of those like travels overseas, and I'm going to be holding events in almost every country that I go to. This year, for example, I'm definitely doing North Carolina. I'm likely doing Toronto. There's a small chance of Vancouver. It's kind of on the edge right now. I'm going to Alaska for a shamisen job, probably Amsterdam, London, potentially Australia, not quite sure where yet. And if I'm holding events or meetups, I 100% will be posting all of that to the newsletter first. That way you know what's going on. It sounds like the initial run, the initial like practice run, and this is one of their first full practice runs on the day, has now wrapped up. I'm gonna head back towards the grandstand areas and see if we can't go take a peek at the Nissan garage now that the cars are in it, and see how things are over there. It'll be nice to get a little closer, get right in there and see the cars. Hopefully. If they've got the back end off the cars and the drivetrain and everything they have built out there is exposed, we can't show it because that is proprietary. But again, everything else is kind of standard across the board. So let's see which way we can go and make our way towards the Nissan garage itself. And yeah, that'll be over near the pit area. We likely can't get into the pits itself, but we can get close to that area and go check out the Nissan garage. And is this an international, you know, I'm gonna come walk on this side. It is a little crowded. Is this an international competition? Yes, it is. This is the Formula E. This is actually the first time that it is ever being held in Japan. We are in the streets of Odaiba right now, and if you haven't done so already, do me a favor, give that like button some love. Let's see if we can't punch it up by about 50 likes in the next minute or two. All the staff here are very, very hardworking, and everyone has been insanely friendly so far. And so that red bridge over there is our goal. We're gonna get over that red bridge and go check out the Nissan garage. I have my pass for all of that stuff. So go Nissan. Thank you guys so much for bringing me out. Hi from Amsterdam. It's 1 a.m. here. Don't ask why I'm still awake. Well, hopefully I will see you in July when I come out to Amsterdam. All right, I'm gonna come this way and head right over that. So if anybody has any questions while we're walking to the Nissan garage, this is an absolutely fantastic time to drop them in. Let me know. I'll try to keep my eyes on the comments. Can't promise I'll be able to answer absolutely everything. Mod Squad, do me a favor, and if I miss anything important, keep your eyes, let me know. You get to go right into the Nissan garage now, and that's always exciting. That is, looks like they're arranging some kind of tour here. My pass allows me just to circumvent all of that. I feel so fancy. Hi, nice smiles. There's a lot of stuff that you can get by in Japan with just a few simple phrases, like domo. If you don't know when to say thank you or when to say excuse me or any of that, you just say domo or sumimasen. Sumimasen can also be used as a thank you very, very often. And anytime that you like for example, heading in here, I just say onegaishimasu, which means please, but also says like thanks for letting me in. And ever been to Suzuka F1? No. Honestly, in my adult life, this is the first major motorsports racing event I've ever had the opportunity to go to, which is why I am so excited to be sharing with you. And stair rating, since that's what we do. These stairs, honestly, considering that they were just like made the other day, they've got fantastic grip. They're only a little dirty, reasonably. They feel very, very stable no matter how many people are on them. As far as stairs for a grandstand area goes, I will give these a solid 8.36459 out of 10. That is the official score. And now we're back here where the garages are. We're gonna go take a peek at things. So over to the side here, you can see Tokyo Bay. And then over here, we've got the fire truck and safety crew. You know, it's been a while since we've done a stair rating. It's been all too long. We've got the different car garages here. And then Nissan's gonna be, nope, that's a flag. Nissan's gonna be right up over there. Also, I feel very pointy when I'm pointing with the Nissan flag. This event is huge. Is this in the city center? So this is kind of in the city center. This is the Minato ward of Tokyo. And this is the Odaiba area. Now, Odaiba is actually rebuilt on reclaimed land. And so it's one of the biggest, widest, most open areas of Tokyo. And as you can see, it's right by the port, right on the water. And let's head right inside. So again, if you want to get a little closer up on the Nissan livery here, the two cars that Nissan is running right now are 22 and 23. And this is the livery here. Now, somebody asked something really interesting yesterday, and I want to see if anybody else is going to notice this. So I found out yesterday, we'll head into the garage in just a second, that all of this is actually kind of used to help develop the consumer cars as well, because through each of these races they get a ton of data, and then that data goes into developing consumer cars. But one of the things you'll see here is that Shell, and somebody's like, well, why is Shell sponsoring an e-car race? It's less of a sponsor and more of a partnership. So that Shell, and I'm paraphrasing, maybe not 100% accurately, can get into developing more and more sustainable technologies. And so they're working hand in hand with companies like Nissan to gather, collect data, and build more and more sustainable practices. And unfortunately, my pass is only allowing me to go inside of Nissan, but let's go inside. It may get a little loud for a second, so I may cover the mic just a touch. Okay, so, all right. The cars are there, but the entire back drivetrain is exposed, and I've been asked not to show off the entire back drive. Very cool. Very cool. But I'll try to show kind of what I can. So you can see them working on it there. And then later, as the race itself starts, this tiny area here is gonna fill right up. Now, I mentioned this at the very beginning of the stream, but one of the most interesting things about this to me is each one of these teams has a 7-ton limit for their garages, which means all of this needs to be packed up within 7 tons and then shipped from location to location. Rather than like F1 where it might get shipped back to the main garage or something like that, all of it gets shipped up, and that includes the cars themselves, which are 850 kilograms each. And later on, I'm hoping to be able to meet the Nissan drivers momentarily, and when I do that, I am definitely going to try to put that into the main video that's going up on the Tokyo Lens Explore channel. Now, I know nothing about cars. Their secrets are safe with me. And James Rochin here with a super chat saying, so when are we going to see the J walk-in merch? I gotta put that together pretty soon, I think. So the Explore Always line is gonna be disappearing when the main channel hits 1 million in the next few days. And that's how I will know who's been here since the beginning. And I'm very, very excited for that moment. International Super Spy in here. And just scrolling through any comments, see if I missed any good questions. If I did, let me know. And yeah, and a stream like this one, it's probably a good idea not to be jaywalking. And for anybody wondering, this is the rescue car here. Extrication. And this is what the kind of the team areas look like. We got medical tents and whatnot back here. And then all the garages. And because Haneda Airport is not too far off, we've also got planes taking off. And if you are looking for the merch, you can go into the description box and it is under the link that says Explore Always. The Explore Always merch is linked there. You can find it all there. All right, guys. So let's call that live stream number 1. Later on today, I'm gonna set up another live stream. Whether you're able to watch these live or whether you're just catching the replays later on, do me a favor, leave me something in the comments. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know your favorite part, your biggest questions, your biggest concerns, how hungry you are, where you're watching from. And Amber in here asking, is Norm a guest of Nissan? Yes, I am. Nissan was kind enough to bring us out and allow me to show inside of their garage and get us access to the grandstands and everything so that I could share that with you. So absolute massive love for that. Thank you guys so much for joining for this one. I will see you in the comments when it all wraps up, and I'll see you again later today. Bye guys.